When you come to school smelling like marijuana, to me, you're abusing it. When you go to practice smelling like marijuana, you got to get high before you go to practice. That's a problem. It's your boy D Rich. Smash that like button right now. Subscribe right now. You already know it's going to be a fire video. And I'm going to say it again. Smash that like button, man, because when you do, it takes the channel a long way. Now, the NCAA is now not going to suspend athletes after failing their first drug test. And we all can name athletes who failed drug tests, missed games, even missed seasons due to marijuana. And this made me want to talk about this topic. Should athletes smoke weed? If you're watching this, should you smoke weed if you are an athlete? Let me say this. Me, myself, I can't smoke weed. That new stuff that they got, that stuff will have you on a level that you're not ready to go to if you're not used to it. Last time I did that, I was outside running sprints at midnight, trying to work it off, trying to sweat it out. I can't do it. It's not for me, and it's not for everybody. But I do know that it is some athletes out there who hit the weed. Even in high school right now, some of y'all probably hitting the weed. And in college, definitely hitting the weed. I remember one time I went to Ohio State campus. Okay, this was probably in 2012. It was 2012. And I saw one of the star players. This is back in the time where I thought, athletes shouldn't be smoking weed. Athletes don't smoke. I used to think that. I went to Ohio State campus and I saw one of the star players walk out the club with a backwood. He was smoking a backwood in 2012. In 2012, he had a backwood with a beautiful, beautiful light-skinned girl on his arm. And I'm like, damn, he doing it like that? Even when I was in high school, man, we all know people who have smoked marijuana and still performed at a high level. But it is a level that you can get to where you're abusing it. When you come to school smelling like marijuana, to me, you're abusing it. When you go to practice smelling like marijuana, you got to get high before you go to practice. That's a problem. In my opinion, you shouldn't be doing that. But I also do not see a problem with athletes hitting the blunt, hitting the joint, smoking the bong. Okay, I do not have a problem with it. And it pisses me off when I used to see NFL players or even NBA players like OJ Mayo. He damn near out the league. He is out the league due to marijuana. I think OJ Mayo could still play in the league, but he got suspended for a year for marijuana. Josh Gordon, one of the best receivers to me of the past 10 years, potential-wise, out the NFL for marijuana. So I don't think that's fair. I think that athletes should be allowed to smoke marijuana. Now, if you're watching this and you want to know, should you smoke marijuana? Listen, I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do. Like I told you, it's not for me. So I'm not coming on here telling you to smoke marijuana. But I'm telling you right now, it's athletes out here that are doing it. And to me, it's way harsher stuff that people could be doing. I know people that used to snort cocaine. Okay, because they say cocaine get out your system in 3 days. Also, they could pass the drug test. And I'm like, damn, you snorting coke? Just hit the blunt. Just hit the blunt. You know what I mean? So if you're on here and you're an athlete and you in high school and maybe you hit the blunt a little bit, I'm not advising you to do that. Just don't do it and go to school and abuse it. And, you find yourself spending so much money on it. It's taken away from you. And what you do is making you lazy. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But if it is for you, just make sure that you don't get to the point where you're abusing it. And I want to salute the NCAA for allowing athletes to have a little bit of cannabis in their system. To have it in their system. Because when these athletes get hurt, they stab them up with these injections with stuff that we don't know what's in it. Stuff that can make you a heroin addict, a real drug addict. But sometimes when them athletes hit that blunt, it's to alleviate the pain, alleviate some of the stress that comes along with the game. Shouts out to the NCAA for finally letting down the guard on cannabis. Now, that still don't mean that you can come around failing every damn drug test. It's still a limit. I think the first one, you go into a program, second one into a program, and the third one, you end up missing some games, if I'm correct. Just not the whole season. I think it's like 50% of the season or something like that. So if you get in trouble now for marijuana in college sports, that means that you just don't give a damn and you just smoking your ass off. Okay? Like I said, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And you gonna know if it's not for you. So I don't want you to watch this video and go out and hit the blunt all because athletes are now allowed to have a little bit of cannabis in their system in college sports. It's not for everybody. I'm going to repeat it again. It's not for everybody, and it's damn sure not for me. Shouts out to everybody who liked this. Leave a comment, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms at DRichTV. Man, you already know how we rocking. I'm out.